hope everyone had a fantastic weekend because it is somehow already Sunday night. It is August 12th, and that means it is time for episode 12 of RPGaDay 2018. Today's topic is what is your wildest character concept, and the best one that comes to mind for me is one of the characters I was playing when I first started D&D 5th edition. It's wild not just in a backstory and flavor aspect, but also in the mechanical build for it. I think it's kind of off the beaten path because it was a multi-class character, and for the first 3 levels I was a life cleric, and then for every level after that I was a archfey warlock with Pact of the Tome. So I took that untraditional combination of classes, and then I actually reflavored a lot of the spells and abilities. I didn't change anything mechanically, but I worked with the DM to refluff my abilities because we were playing in a nautical campaign. And so the group had a ship, and we had our own crew on our ship, and we sailed up and down this archipelago of islands, exploring old temples and chopping through the jungles and stuff because there was this forgotten civilization that used to live there. And so we were fighting off Yuan-Ti and exploring half-sunken temples in the middle of this volcanic island chain. So the way I played that character was I was the ship's doctor and quartermaster, kind of, but I was also the superstitious person that knew all the rituals and things that you had to do in order to guarantee good luck while sailing. So I believed in and communed with the actual gods that controlled, sea and storms and stuff like that. So I had that relationship with the known gods, but I also had this crazy superstitious side of me that kind of respected the ocean itself, and that like Davy Jones kind of vibe. Like the ocean itself is an entity that need be respected, and you adhere to its rules or it will sink your ship and kill everyone on board. So I had to, like, there has to be this many cats on the boat. No one's allowed to do these things or it will bring bad luck on us. And every morning when we get up, somebody has to do these things to make sure that we have smooth seas and plenty of wind. But being an Archfey Warlock, I already had my Fey Presence and Misty Escape abilities, which were kind of spooky, misty, foggy type abilities, and I just reflavored all of the other things that the Warlock got and those that the Cleric got. So I didn't have my healing just be, I touch his chest and there's a golden glowing radiance and he's healed. It was all voodoo witch doctor flavored, basically. I communed with the spirits of the deceased and imparted healing upon people. I made potions and salves and concoctions and things that healed and blessed people in that like herbal remedy kind of style. But then I also had my hexes and curses and jinx and potions and poisons on the warlock side. So I was a very like almost shamanistic, almost witch doctory kind of vibe, both on my benefits and healing and boons from my cleric side, as well as my hexes, my curses, and my debuffs on the warlock side. And then a lot of the other warlock abilities, especially the damaging stuff, was not just like, here's this eldritch purple beam that I blast. Everything was flavored to be fog or cold water or seaweed and stuff like that. Like my chill touch was not just a skeleton hand, it was icy cold seawater, seaweed dripping out of it and stuff, and it would grab people and latch onto them, and it was the grip of the cold sea itself. So it was a really interesting way to reflavor both sides of the character, and it was a really fun character to roleplay, being the like not quite all there, clearly actively communicates with the gods, clearly is doing stuff that guarantees us safer passage on the ship, clearly helping heal people, but like in that like crazy voodoo witch doctor, not entirely there, just weird, strange uh, character. And then since I was the healer and quartermaster, I also had a really good. I was the liaison between the NPC crew of the ship and the player characters who were the heroes running out doing stuff. So I felt like that really weird, crazy concept also made me a really important piece for both the players because they needed healer, and for the NPC crew to be able to not just be a bunch of NPCs that let the party go off and be heroes, because I was the liaison between the two. I helped keep the ship running, but I also helped the adventurers that are going into the jungle and getting all the ship's treasure and resources and stuff that keep us in business. So that's my answer for day 12. My wildest character was a half insane, crazy witch doctor, cleric, warlock, all around odd person.